when we think about preservation, it's important to remember that buildings that are preserved are not frozen in time. Examples of this would be the restaurant in the clock tower, which was formerly a bank. And so if we look around, as we begin to preserve more buildings, that doesn't mean that they're museums or they're not going to change at all or that the same businesses are going to be located in them.
I think if you look back 25 years and ask people in Santa Monica if they wanted to keep everything exactly the same, they would have said no. I mean, I think what we have here, what we've built over the last 25, 30 years, especially in the downtown, is unique, and the city's really evolved.
There have been countless urban studies indicating that the downtown areas in this country and others are best when they are a mix of the old and some of the new, and that we have to have this careful balance.
What I'd like is to retain the character and the scale of the promenade and the downtown area.
For me, preservation is not just about preserving the great buildings, which we should do, and is an important part of keeping a historical sense in our community, but also preserving what happens inside the buildings and preserving Santa Monica as a community that supports people of various ages and backgrounds and income levels.
Preservation in downtown, to me, means preserving our existing character. Downtown is mostly 1- and 2-story buildings, and I think we need to preserve that.
We need to add more landmarks to our downtown. I would love for Santa Monica 100 years from now to have that feel of Barcelona, to have that feel of a well-preserved, adaptively reused city with great landmarks where people would walk through Santa Monica and see that juxtaposition of old and new.
Preservation isn't about keeping every building, but keeping those that have real cultural, historical, and architectural value. We need to make sure that we keep those places that have meaning to the community while incorporating them with the new downtown vision. It's really a mixture of preservation and change.
Preservation, to me, is about preserving downtown's place as a source of diversity and opportunity. We do have a conservation district, and we will be preserving several blocks of downtown that'll look in 50 years much as they looked 50 years ago. But in order to preserve the diversity and the opportunity, we're going to have some blocks that look very different 50 years from now.
I may not know what's there in 5 years, but the essence, the energy, the spirit is what I want to preserve.
Even people who don't want downtown to change anymore realize that change is inevitable. But there are things that they really like about 3-story buildings, 5-story buildings, let's say. And those people want to keep it that way.
As we plan for the future, I think it's really important that we not allow the loss of features of the past that really give us context and history.
I want to make sure that Santa Monica stays a place for our residents, stays a place that's different from downtown Los Angeles. We want to be uniquely Santa Monica.